asexualise.com and author of Asexual Perspectives out on Amazon. This is a channel to subscribe to if you want to know about asexuality. So if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button right now. So today I want to talk to you about something very, very serious that's not covered a lot, I don't think, on asexual channels, and not covered that much as it is, and that's male abuse. I want to do two videos. I want to do this one on the physical side of the abuse, and I want to do another one the week after on the emotional side of the abuse. So today's topic is abuse towards men of the physical type. Okay, so this is obviously going to be a tough video to do, but basically I know guys who have been sexually abused by other men. I know heterosexual guys like this, and I know asexual guys that have had this done to them. Okay, and to be honest, yes, it can put some guys off sex, it really can, but it doesn't change their orientation. However, I do know that some guys don't have any interest in sex, and one of the reasons might be is because they've had sexual abuse, and over time they've become not interested in it, and therefore they are asexual because they have no interest in it. They don't experience attraction anymore. Just like there are people, even in my book, who haven't been abused, but there's women in my book, and they don't have the sexual attraction towards their partners anymore, and they have become asexual, but they weren't always asexual. So there seems to be this myth that you can only ever been born asexual, and the majority of time you are born asexual and just don't realise it. But there are certain people that had a very heterosexual life in the past, even felt sexual attraction, and then later on that just went for whatever reason. So I just want to set the record straight. There are a couple of people like that in my book. I can't deny they exist. They're in my book. So yeah, if you are a guy and you have experienced sexual abuse, whether you're heterosexual or asexual, but as this channel is particularly for asexuals, I'm talking to you, do not feel ashamed. It's not your fault. Do not feel that you need to hide it and keep it secret and it wells up inside you and crushes you, because guys traditionally aren't supposed to have that be able to be done to them, because I know what happens. People have told me. I know some of the more graphic details of what happens in that. I know you're forced against your will. I know you're pounced upon. I know you can be held in positions to do that. You know, I just want you to know that it's not your fault and you have no shame in that. You know, and if you're holding this dark secret close to your chest because you're worried about what other people think, and it is so very private, but it's something that is really still deep within you, that is upsetting, and you feel you've got no one to talk to, and you feel like you couldn't possibly have a relationship because what's happened in the past to you, then please, you know, get some help or speak to someone that you trust, because holding that close to you, that secret, can literally, you know, have a huge impact on your well-being and your future. You know, you can still have happy, healthy relationships even if you've been sexually abused. You know, you can still look for love. You can still have relationships in the future, however you want those to be. And I want you to know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I was in a position when I was 15, if you've read my book, you'll know that I was put in a position where some guy tried it on with me. sex. He was doing things he shouldn't have been doing. And I just put that down to a bad incident in my life. I didn't really class it as sexual abuse and attempted rape, which theoretically it was, because I didn't say no. You know, I was so stunned I couldn't even talk. I just had to stop the guy from doing that to me. I couldn't even talk about this with anyone till a few years ago. You know, and it was horrible experience. It didn't put me off relationships though. It didn't make me feel that I can't have a relationship. It may have affected me in some other ways to do with relationships though. You know, so I understand what you're going through, you know, and because I didn't say the words no, I kind of thought I was partly responsible because I didn't say no and I was kissing him. But I wasn't responsible for that. I never asked him to pounce on me. I never asked him to force my hand. I never asked him to force himself on me and try to get me to have sex with him. I never did all that. That's what he did. You know, I couldn't speak. I just had to physically stop him doing it. I was shocked. You know, and sometimes when you're shocked, you clam up. You don't say anything, you know. And I didn't. I still ended up being his girlfriend. You know, I didn't stop being his girlfriend at that time. When I came around the house, I wanted to spend more time with his mum. I wanted to go out more because I didn't want to be alone with him in the bedroom. But I still kind of wanted some boyfriend, girlfriend, affection type stuff. And I guess that's what I craved. And at the time, I was very young. I was underage. I was 15. So it kind of like was very difficult. You know, you want the love and the affection, but you don't want the sex, basically. I think that's how we feel generally as asexuals as well. If we're romantic particularly, we want the love and the snuggling and the hugging and the kissing affection. You know, and then if we're aromantic, you probably want the love and deep friendship of a very close best friend type of bond. You know? So I just want you to know that it's okay. There are other guys who have been sexually abused. It's not your fault. Something that can happen with sexual abuse, which I know from when I spoke to counsellors and other people, is your body can respond in an arousal way. I remember, as far as I know back then, my body was not in an arousal way because he was literally trying to have sex with me and put my hand on his bit, and I just didn't want to look. So he wasn't really touching my body. He was just trying to literally stick it in me, which was horrible. But I do know through speaking to people like counsellors that if you're in a situation where you've had, you know, you're being sexually abused, you can actually feel some arousal. And I want you to know that if you do feel that or did feel that at the time, then it's still not your fault. It's just an involuntary response from your body. And don't hate yourself for it, because it doesn't make you the person you are. You're still a lovely, wonderful person. You gave trust to someone and they betrayed it. And it's not your fault. Don't feel scared. Don't feel like in the future, if you have a relationship, that you can't speak to someone about this. Because if you get a relationship in the future and it does cause issues with that person, don't let your past ruin your present or your future with another person. Don't let that happen. You know, there's quite a lot of people in the whole world that have been sexually abused. I've known sexual friends who it's happened to as well. Doesn't stop them wanting sex, you know, and wanting the sexual relationship, but, you know, it did have an effect on their life. So if you're a guy and you're watching this video now, I'm really sorry for any abuse you might have had from other guys. And I'm really sorry about that. And if you had abuse from women, I'm sorry about that too. You know, I'm really sorry about that. I've heard more about it on guys. I haven't heard any women really sexually abusing a guy. I've heard of guys sexually abusing guys a lot. It goes on, and it's even by people who are supposed to be really reputable people, like vicars and teachers, things like that. People in authority do that, you know. So if you're harbouring that, just set it free. You know, go and get some counselling, go and speak to a friend, go and find someone. They will understand. They will understand. And above all, take care of you. No, it's not your fault. Set yourself free. It's not your fault. It's what they did to you. It's not what you did to them. And however your body responded, or however you did or didn't respond at the time, it's still not your fault. They are responsible for their actions, not you. They are responsible for the abuse, not you. Okay? Until next time, you look after yourself. Please leave your comments down below if you want to. Let me know what you think of this video. I'd love to get your thoughts. And, you know, if you want to share anything anonymously or however you want to share it down below in the comments, please do. If there's any way I can make some more videos that be relevant to what you need, then please do. You know, you can email me, asexualise@gmail.com. So that's asexualise with an S @gmail.com. So 2 S's in there. And, you know, get in touch by all means privately with me, or Facebook/asexualise with an ACE actualise, as Facebook still doesn't recognise asexualise in the HTTP address. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Share this video if you know it's going to help someone. I hope it really does reach out and helps them. And embrace your individuality. You're beautiful, quirky. Keep in touch and speak soon. Bye bye.